everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, welcome. Well, welcome to everybody for that matter. Today's video, I like to do, it's my weekly video where I show all the things that I've been working on. Some weeks it's a lot more than others, you know, because life and everything. And some weeks it's just a surprise, you know, like, wow, I did all that, didn't realize it. So sit back and relax, and hopefully you will enjoy all the wonderful things that I've tried to do, attempted to do, and I'm having fun doing. If you haven't guessed, I like yarn, lots of yarns, yarn channel. I like knitting and I like crocheting and all sorts of things along with doing so. I tend to make things and give them away to family, friends, etc. because, you know, you can't keep everything, right? Yeah, that's it. I collect yarn with the intentions of using it. Yes, there's lots of intentions, and I use a lot, but it's easier to buy more than you can use in a year in like one shopping trip. It's crazy how that happens. So anyway, you want to see what I've been working on? Let's see. Oh, I got socks. I got some socks done. Yeah, I'm excited. I got this hair finish. I know I gotta weave my hands, whatever. I'm gonna give them away for Christmas time, so I got plenty of time. There we go. Oh my gosh, exciting. So this is the Cascade Heritage sock yarn. If you're interested in that, not a salesperson, but Little Knit still has some. Maybe not this colorway, but other ones. Love working with it, and it's like $6.50, $7, something like that is skein. And if you can find it at your local yarn store, it's anywhere from $13 to $16. Again, I'm not a salesperson, but when I find something I like, I share, right? You know, I mean, I can tell you about it and you do what you want with that information. So here we go. The Heels and Cuff, I used Opal. It's a good hard wearing German sock yarn, and did that in that solid with the orange. And I'm loving it. Look at that. Look how well it stripes. And the cool thing about this, I give them away to my kids and their spouses every year for Christmas. They get a pair of socks, and that's their favorite gift. And I've been doing the socks for my kids for Christmas for probably around 15 years, something along that line. And we just had my middle son and his wife and their 3 kids over for dinner. And they were just commenting on, my son is like, oh yeah, he doesn't get regular socks anymore. He's got so many throughout the years, because I'll give 1 pair at Christmas and sometimes 2 pair, 1 for Christmas and 1 for birthday. My family's birthdays are November, December, and January. So it's the same time period, except for me, I'm outlier, I'm August. So with that, he's got quite a few hand knit socks, and that's what he wears in the wintertime. And there are some of them that are a little thread worn at the bottom, and he's like, yeah, this pair's particularly worn. You said it was a more delicate pair, because, you know, let's face it, not all sock yarns are the same. Some of them are more for easy care, easy wear, and others will wear like iron, right? They're not going to wear out. But this is my 4th pair for the year, and look at this. Look, they match perfectly. The stripe all the way down to their 100% an exact perfect match. So I don't always do that, but this one is a perfect match. So thrilled. I've got, for those that are new and haven't seen the Heritage print yarns before, this is the bright color, that's Knit Picks. They're Knit Picks Stroll Neons, but the rest of this is Heritage print. And that one I did a pretty close job of getting those 2 matched also, which was surprising. So that was another pair. I didn't finish those this last week, but I have 4 pair done now. And for those that haven't seen that Heritage print, I wanted to show that. So that's, again, the Heritage print. So, and I didn't worry about matching this pair, as you can see. And the Heels and the Cuff on this is also Knit Pick Stroll, if you're interested. So, oh, the pattern for this is Monkey by Cookie A, and it is a free pattern. So 4 pair done. I might as well show this one. Typical plain vanilla, oldest son, size 13s. I'm digging the yellow. I mean, I like the yellow on this. I had a yellow dress on yesterday. I've got this. It's that time of year. I love wearing the yellow, it's just so summery and light and airy, and it just, I don't know, somehow it makes me feel younger. So whatever. Anyway, that to me is thrilling. Being that I'm going to be making 10 plus pair of socks, at this stage, I think it's going to be the plus. And the reason I'm thinking that is right now I've got all kinds of energy for it. Yeah. And I'm debating on doing the whole birthday and Christmas again this year for the kids and the spouses, which means I have to really up the sock making production along with all the other fun things that I like to do. So we'll see how long that lasts, but I got this pair done. And then once I did that, I started another pair. I got one of them done and started on the second. See, here's the second one right here, right? So I immediately started. There's the cast on for the cuff, and that's that same orange for that. I love orange, right? So that is opal, and it's orange. There's no doubt about it. And it says party. Well, yeah, I love orange. It's a party. So that's what this is. And doing toes and cuffs, this will last quite a long time. I've had this in my stash for quite some time. I think I've got a couple of the other opal solid yarns. And if you can get your hands on it and you like to make socks, opal is fantastic. It is a hard wearing sock yarn. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. So I had the other pair of socks that I'm working on. I got this one done. Oh my goodness. And this again is that Cascade Heritage. I got it on sale at Little Knits, and doing that whole like $7 a skein as opposed to the typical 13 to 16. And well, this was the typical price. I got this one at the normal price, but those other ones I got on that sale. Oh my gosh, this is stunning. I love the fact that I did the orange and the blue. I am Colorado. Denver Broncos is a thing, and that's the orange and the blue. These are wonderful. And they're not going to match stripe for stripe. I do know that already. I made these larger. Let me see if it's about the same size. My oldest son commented, he's like, ooh, maybe for me. And that's, oh yeah, look. So that's right there. So since I'm thinking of the whole birthday and Christmas, I think this will be one for birthday, one for Christmas. So that'll be for my oldest son right there. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So one sock done, and that's the big ones. The other ones are faster because, well, they're smaller. Go figure. But I did it. And that is really cool. He's going to be thrilled. So 4 full pairs and half a pair. Awesome. Yeah, and the socks, for a lot of people, maybe it's not thrilling. It's like, yeah, socks, lady, whatever. Like I said, my family, that is their best gift. That is their most exciting gift. I'll put them in, normally I hide them in one of these bins. They're not really hidden. It's not a big deal. But I'll bring that out at Christmas time. It's the last present. It's always the last present after everyone's opened whatever that we may or may not have passed gifts and everything. We're to the age that it's more for the grandkids, but it's okay. And then I bring that out. And as long as the pair of socks fits, they can have them. The oldest son, it's going to be this one and this one because, well, he's got size 13 feet. And he's the only one in the family with 13 feet. So he doesn't necessarily get a choice, so to speak. And then one of my daughter-in-laws has really tiny feet, and I think she's got the smallest, and it's a big noticeable difference. So she doesn't normally get a lot of choices either. But everyone else is somewhere in that in-between range, and they can pick through what's there, and as long as it fits, they can choose it. And that is their favorite part about the Christmas time period and giving those. And isn't it about family traditions? Whatever your tradition happens to be, even if other people don't understand it, it's become just this, well, mom does this because she loves us. This is what mom does, and it's one of those that not the morbid thing, but the wonderful thing, when we're gone, and our children, our grandchildren and relatives and everything, they'll tell those stories. Mom always made these every year. Mom always did this every year. That story and that legacy is going to live on. They're going to remember that. And that's what I really love about this, is the making the memories each year. And I'm blessed that they appreciate them. I'm very, very blessed that is something that is sought after, appreciated, well loved, and looked forward to. So having fun. I got progress. I got some more socks. The other reason I'm excited is I normally procrastinate on making my socks, so by the time it's the end of the year, I'm trying to crank out socks as fast as I can, and you know, that's a lot of stitches, just gonna throw that out there. And then January till about June, I don't want to touch socks. I don't want anything to do with footwear. I don't want to touch socks. So I started my first pair in June and finished all of these in July, right? I started them in June, but I don't think I got them finished in June. Yeah, but I started. Yay! So I've got a lot I've got to do. So that's exciting. I'm there. And right now I'm not burned out on them. So there you have it. So that's my socks. And let's see, what else have I worked on? Well, let's see. If you were part of the live yesterday, you saw I was starting to work on my sweater. I did get it untangled. This is what I have left. This is Arcane Fiberworks yarn. And it's the Scandens, I think that's how you say it, probably not, pattern. And it is a free pattern on Ravelry. It's got that nice neckline. It goes down a little bit. Wonderful, wonderful Fair Isle. It is so incredibly soft. I striped in the yellow and that charcoal gray. The yellow color is called Busy Bee. And I striped those in because I had 2 hanks of each, so 4 hanks of fingering weight yarn. And I knew I needed probably 3 of one and 1 of the other, at least something, I don't know, to do a sweater for my size. I'm a large XL, right? You know, hey, whatever, no shame. It is what it is. So I am done with all of my Busy Bee, the yellow colorway, and I am just working here, and each sleeve is about here. So I did get some done. I did get it untangled because I was going to try to work on that yesterday during a live, and I had a tangled mess and I just, whatever. So I untangled it, put it back on the needles, and started working on it. Did I mention I'm loving the yellows lately? I mean, I am loving the yellows. That's just, you know, wonderful. And this is, what is it? I think it's an 80-20 blend, wool to nylon. But it's a wonderful, wonderful fingering weight yarn, hand dyed, absolutely gorgeous. The owner of Arcane Fiberworks, that's who does that. They're out in Canada. His name is Tyler, and he does an amazing, absolutely exquisite job of dyeing yarn. I'm a big fan, and he's constantly putting out new colors. It's like, I don't know how he has such an imagination, and the inspiration photos match the colors, and it just, if you're easily swayed and, you know, easily influenced, maybe you shouldn't go check out his site because they are stunning. Again, I'm not a spokesperson. I don't get any kickbacks or anything along that line. I just like to share what I find in the crafting world, and you know, if I think it's wonderful, you might too. There you go, right? So that's why I do that. That's, you know, it's like, oh yay, lots of fun. And I got some work done on my husband's sweater. When I was doing my live yesterday, I realized I had the swatch, the yarn that I was working with that had my swatch attached to it, right? Yeah, it was already wound. So I was able to start, look at that. So that's not a full skein anymore. Yay! So I was able to work on his sweater a little bit more. Let's see. So I got a little bit. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. So let me see. Where's my end at? I don't know. How far did I get? Oh, there. So here's my ends right here. Right there. So, you know, not a bad amount from yesterday to today, an inch or so. I mean, that's 1 stitch counts, and an inch or so. There you go. And we have decided that it is going to fit him, and loving this. This is Malabrigo yarn. It is the Pecos, I think is how you say the name, and it's gorgeous. It just glows. It absolutely glows. My husband is going to love this. This is his 3rd sweater that I am working on, made for him, etc., since I started my channel. So he's been well spoiled. There's no doubt about it. And I'm just having a blast. And you know, it's one of those, as soon as I finish one sweater for him, I'm wanting to make another. And you know, you've seen me making sweaters throughout the entire time of my channel. What you may or may not realize is I had a drought for garments, you know, adult size garments for well over a decade. I wanted to make a sweater. I knitted enough to make a sweater. I crocheted enough to make a sweater or blanket or a shawl or anything else. But for the life of me, I could not finish a sweater. I don't know. I put it down. It was in a bag. It was whatever. I lost interest. I just didn't do it. And for quite a few years, I would comment on, you know, the whole New Year's resolution. I don't really do those, but, you know, it was like I would make that declaration that this is the year of the sweater. And about 2 years ago, I really broke out of that, and I've made quite a few sweaters for myself. This is the third sweater for my husband. You know, I'm not really sure what it is, but now I'm seeing everything as, oh, I should get a sweater quantity of that. That'd make a great sweater. You know, not only for me or for him, but looking at for the grandkids and things like that. And then my oldest son tried on my husband's Saint Nick sweater. It's another sweater out of the Viking Knits book, which is this one right here. I'm working my third sweater from this book. It's an amazing book. Love it. But on that one, he tried it on just so I could see what it looked like. And my husband's a big guy. Our son, I say my, but you know, he's our son. We did it we did it together. It was a joint team effort, right? But he's a big guy too. He's like 6'5", 6'7", something along that line. You know, so they're big men, and it fit him perfectly. And that got me to thinking that maybe I need to make him a sweater. He's the one with the big feet, but then again, if he's 6'5" to 6'7", he kind of has to have big feet or he'll topple over. So, I mean, there is that. I mean, I think that's a thing. I don't know. Not really sure. So working on that. And then, so we've got my yellow arcane fiber sweater, and we've got hubby's sweater, and I've worked on this one, and I need to get busy with it a little bit more. Let me see, where's my needle so I can pull it up and show it to you. This is my latest work in progress. This is called Flourish. Try to get a picture so you can see that decently. And it is such a stunning pattern. I've not done anything like this before. Let's see. So look at that. Look at that yarn. Look at whoa, don't lose the needles. The dimension with those stitch pattern and everything. So I have right here, that's the back right here, and then the front over there. And I've not tried it on my body yet. I have not tried it on my body. I put it on the little mannequin thing that I've got downstairs. So I'm sure that it'll fit me. And well, you know, if it doesn't, it'll fit somebody. At this point, I'm not pulling it out. I'm going to finish it. And I've kind of got it in my head, I'm not going to try it on until I at least get the body of it done. I don't know why, because whatever. I'm just not, okay? I'm just not. And we know gauges lie. So this is stunning. I have found I do not like to do this pattern back and forth. So the whole body of it was in the round. Love that. There's patterning every single round, which means when I'm going on the back side, I have to reverse the patterning stitches, and that takes a little bit more brain power. I know I'm sounding like a big baby. I get it. But I'm not as crazy about doing that. So I still have like that 10, 15 rounds to go to finish this panel, this front portion, and then put those on waste yarn needles, whatever, and do the other side the same way. And then I'll be doing the neck, and the neck is in the round. Got it. So, you know, stop my whining, suck it up. It's okay, and get that part done. And I think I've already decided I'm going to do the sleeves in the round. They're back and forth also, and I'm like, I can't. Well, I can. I'm going to choose not to. And I think it'll go a lot faster for me if I don't do it in the back and forth, because I'm not enjoying the back and forth. It's a lot slower for me. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just slower, and I don't want it to be slower. I liked how fast I was able to get through the other portion, and coming onto that slower part, it's really, I would have liked to have had both panels done at this point, the front and the back, and already up to the neck, and I've only got the one side, and it's not completely done. So it's really, really slowed progress, and yeah, I don't want it to be in that that bin that never gets touched or doesn't get touched for another 6 months. So I'd like to, you know, continue on. This is a Malabrigo sock yarn, and this is a fuzzy mohair lace weight. Look at that thread. You know, fuzzy mohair lace weight type yarn, alpaca, lace, everything. So this is what I'm using, straining them together. Interesting combination, absolutely interesting. I love the colors. I like the way that this works. Not the colors I typically choose. Everything about this pattern is not my normal for a lot of different reasons, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving that whole concept. Like, yay, I'm doing something fun, doing something exciting. I mean, I do stuff that's exciting anyway, but that one's really gotten me, and I'm enjoying it. You know, and just the whole thing, I think, is I'm doing what I want to do when I want to do it, if that makes any sense. I mean, I have a full-time job, right? You know, I mean, we get that. But when I'm doing my crafting, I'm trying to work on the things that give me great joy. And if it's not giving me that great joy, set it down. It's okay. I'll get back to it. I'll work on it. Not a big deal. But, you know, kind of like if you're not one that likes broccoli, well, eat your broccoli first before you have your ice cream. Well, sometimes I'm going to have that ice cream first, okay? I'm just going to go there. At this stage of my life, I'm just going to go there. That's how that's working. And that's what I'm doing with my crafts. And I found the creative spark is exploding. And if you've seen stuff on like all the blankets that people are making and starting to talk about for Camp Boggy Creek, you're going to see a lot. There are challenges. So one of them is, you know, they threw out a challenge to all the designers, you know, people who have podcasts and YouTube channels and things like this. And it's like, hey, if you design a blanket and do a tutorial for it, we'll, you know, put the hashtag on there, right? We'll uplift and promote your blanket too. Well, yeah, because it's free and you're helping out and you're donating, and that's going to go towards the charity, Camp Boggy Creek in Eustis, Florida. And then a child will benefit from the fact that you've made blankets or you've made a gorgeous pattern and other people follow that pattern and they donate those blankets, right? So it's just a wonderful fest, if you want to call it that, of people giving. You know, giving of their time, giving of their talents, giving of the resources, right? And you're going to see that type of things. And then there's lots of different throwdown challenges of, hey, make this blanket by this time period and have a chance to win something, right? And then donate the blankets to Eustis, Florida, in Camp Boggy Creek. I mean, there's a lot of fun things like that, and I am here for it and loving it. And so much so, let me grab these things. I did a tutorial for this, the circle square. You know, it's just a granny square. Well, everything nowadays is called a granny square, but it's not. But whatever. I'm gonna play by your rules. We got it. So just a square, starting off as a circle, going to a square. So I do have the tutorial out on that. It's less than 15 minutes. I tried to make it not too long and boring for experienced people, but yet still descriptive. So take a look at that if you're interested. The circles are great all in one color, or they can be like that one with multiple colors. You can do fun things like this. It's all white and then it's got the frill on it. That is going to be a triceratops. So you can use that with those back loops and the front loops. Oh, here's a bright red, bright pink one. Yeah, it needs eyeballs and more horns. So, you know, you've got other options to do as far as that goes. I just dropped a stack of them. So I wanted to show you some of the fun that I have been having with these, right? Oh my goodness, I am making 5-inch squares and using some seriously bright colors because why wouldn't I? I've got flowers. And some of these I'm also looking at, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do another tutorial and how to do the flowers on there for the squares. I've already got this one, and then I'm looking at probably this one, not real sure. Or let's see, I've got some other fun ones. I like this. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Isn't that fun? I mean, look at that. All those colors. It is so, so bright. But I am having a blast. This one's pretty much one of a kind. Look at that. Isn't that great? I mean, just all the the colors. And that was my thing with that, is to, I'm going to make more of these. This is my only one that I have of this right now. I have to make more like that. And I grabbed my oranges. So, they're over there. I grabbed my oranges, and I'm going to do some of the other things with more of the orange too, because I love orange, right? Let me look at that. Oh, gotta have the orange. So here. And then another one, I did have somebody express an interest in that, which is good. I would like to do, this is the same circle in the square, and not everybody is comfortable with or understands necessarily how to, look at those, aren't those fun? Oh my gosh, how to change the colors like that. So I was thinking of doing another tutorial like this and showing, that's the back side, and even the back side doesn't look bad, right? They're not long floats, they're not anything that's like, oh my gosh, that's really, really bad. But that is so worth it, with a little pinwheel with the double colors. But on that one, doing a tutorial just so you can see how I change the colors, because sometimes that's intimidating. If you've never done it, it seems hard. It's not, but you know, it's a skill that you might not have. So I thought I might do that too, just to help out and take a gander. And other fun things, look at that. Oh my gosh, having a blast. And I was thinking too, like this one, where I've got the yellow and the blue like that, doing black and white. And what is it? You've got some of the black and white things, and then that pop of neon-ish color. What's that? Not monochromatic. Man, there's a word for it. I don't know. It's gonna drive me nuts, but that's okay. But I like the idea of having that as like a small circle, the small circle in the square, and then having the black and white going around where I've got that hot pink. That has been calling to me. I haven't tried it yet because I had to dig up my black and white yarn because I have so many other colorful yarns, right? I had the white, but I couldn't find my black. So doing some crazy color schemes along that line. To tell you the truth, I'm surprised I got anything else done this week. All I've been wanting to do is work on all of this stuff. I mean, that's it. That's all I have wanted to do is, here, I've got neon yarns. Let me add this color combination. Let me put that color combination. Let's see if I do something else fun like this. I got another one that's really fun, but I don't know. I set it down somewhere. Whatever. Probably dropped it with all that little stuff. But look how these things stick up like that, right? It's dimensional, it's three-dimensional. You can feel it and it's fun. And you know why I wanted to do this? Last year I wanted to sew some little buttons on the blanket, and it was advised that I don't do that. Fine, I'll play by the rules, right? That's fine. But these, tactile. Look how tactile that is. It is so much fun. It's not going to pull off, right? It's very integral. It's not pulling off. It's not anything else, but it's a nice thing that you can touch and you can feel, and it's 3D, just like the Triceratops is. You know, you've got that right there that sticks out, but you can touch these things, and it's just a new dimension. And with all of the fun, great colors. Let's see, it was recommended, because I was trying to figure out for this one, because it's going to be a Triceratops also, what's the color scheme that I should do with the white one? So it's recommended or suggested the hot pink and the purple. Maybe do the purple on the mouth here and then the hot pink for all the horns. I like that idea, but I couldn't figure out what part to do that round part here. I do like the hot pink, you know, so like this part right here, that part I wasn't picturing, but other than that, let's see. Oh, I got some more down here. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, here's the other one. Okay, so here's a bunch of the other flowers that I've gotten done. Look at those. Look, I told you. I mean, I'm surprised I got anything else done. I mean, aren't those going to be great? Just fantastic. Loving all of this. Another one that is a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. My words. Look at that. Look at that. And it's like, see those stems? Look at that. They stick out. And you can, you know, just feeling that. So it's just, look at that texture. You've got the texture, you've got the great colors, that purple and the green with the hot pink on the outside. Oh my gosh. So having a blast. And this ruffles up right here, and it's that mix with the purple and the green, right? Oh my gosh. This is, I keep saying this is my favorite square to a lot of them. I don't think I have a favorite one of all of these. I don't know how many I have either. I've just been making them and neglecting everything else. 100% neglecting everything else. Where'd the blanket go? Oh, I found the crochet hook. I dropped my crochet hook, but I found it. Okay, don't lose this stuff. So this is another blanket that I'll be donating myself to Camp Boggy Creek. And this is 2 of the Caron skinny cakes in the plum color. And I've got this much more to go. And I've made one previously, and I did use the 2 full cakes. So I'll measure it to make sure that it meets that. The 35 to 40 inches wide and the 40 to 50 inches long. The last one did. So I've got a bit to go, but this is the second cake. So that means this is over halfway done. And I wasn't going to use this colorway because I've been using so many of the brights, the neons, the primaries, the rainbows. And I wasn't sure if this one would be, you know, as much of a pop of color. But I had enough people commenting that, you know, just because I love all of these, I do. Oh my gosh, I'm such a child. Just because I love all of these, some kids like other colors, you know, and this is a nice color. I was thinking maybe it was too adult color, right? I mean, it appeals to me. I bought it thinking I'd do something for myself with it. But I did have enough people saying, go for it. It's fine. Children have different tastes. Not everyone's going for the neon. And I'm like, what? What do you mean not everyone's going for the neon? Okay, I'll trust you. And that's why I'm working on this one. So if you have 2 Caron cakes sticking around and you're like skinny cakes and you're like, I don't know, is that going to be enough? Well, this is the crocheted Bavarian stitch, and it's a yarn eater. And 2 of them has been working for me. I think somebody else had commented that they tried it and 2 was not enough for them. So, you know, gauge makes a difference, but I just used what I had and it's worked. So I thought that was pretty cool. But if you have that, you can do that, right? And oh, if you're wondering, all of these, that's Big Twist. This is the Big Twist value yarn. And price-wise, it's normally like $4.49 a skein. Right now, they have it 30% off. Yay! And if you have the Joann app, yeah, I finally got the stupid app. I hate apps, by the way. Oh my gosh, I so hate apps. But I finally broke down and got it. And it's 25% off if you buy it online and pick it up in the store. Okay, that makes a big difference. So if you're getting a big project, or, you know, if Joann is convenient for you, go in, take a picture of the ones you want, the name of them, especially the Big Twist, because there's so many colors, right? Take a picture of the name that you want, order it online, and then go pick it up. You save 25%, and that's going to fund your next shopping trip. Yay! I mean, that's what I do. If I need a skein or a specific color for a reason, you know, I have to have this one, I'll get whatever right then with the regular discounts. But I prefer to wait the next day. But then again, I have a Joann that's pretty convenient. It's on my way home from work. A little out of the way, but not much, right? You know, it's close enough. So I can do that if that's the case, and pick up some more things. Joann also has new yarns, and I went earlier today and I got a chance to see them. I didn't buy any. I didn't buy anything. I didn't. My husband's like, what, why didn't you not buy any? Because I may or may not have fallen victim to Premier's big summer yarn sale, which will come in like a week or two. Premier's very slow, but it's nice yarn, but it's very slow. Don't be in a hurry when you order from Premier. All I'm going to say. So I went into Joann and I saw some of their yarns that they had online. Well, I'd never felt them. It's like, ooh, superwash merino. Well, I know some of my superwash merino is amazing, and you know, it depends on the brand, right? Some of it's like and some of it's awesome. So I wasn't sure. I saw it in person. Holy cow. My friend was with me. She's like, oh my gosh, that is very reminiscent of Malabrigo. Okay, well, Malabrigo is what I'm working on my sweater with, right? And Malabrigo is what I'm working on my husband's sweater with. Very saturated, really pretty. Price point $15, 30% off. Could have got some. Oh, no. Remember, I got that at the 25% off. So I'm still contemplating if I get any, because, you know, I got enough But they did have it, and if I were to add that 25% off, it would be like $7.88 a skein as opposed to $15. Yeah, that's the way to go. So I'm still contemplating on that. We'll see. It was surprisingly stunning. It's the KNC brand, which is Joann exclusive, and I was very impressed with these new lines that they have. Haven't worked with them, obviously. I just saw them in the store and touched them today. Like, okay, there's, you know, props right there. That's pretty awesome. So we'll see if I end up with anything on that. Let me know if you've seen them in your stores, if you have purchased any, have you used it, or are you just drooling over it? I was just drooling over it because, you know, yeah. I'm like, okay, $15, $10, 10 plus with their regular in-store, or wait and get it tomorrow for $7.88. I'm like, yeah, I like the tomorrow thing better, not gonna lie. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. I think that's the majority of what I've been working on. I haven't wanted to do anything with the squares. Everything else has kind of like gotten touched, you know, just, I put a few rounds on it. Well, the blanket I put a round and a half, and at that stage of the blanket, that's a lot. It doesn't look like a lot inch-wise, but you know, every round, it's a lot. It's all triple crochet. That's a lot. But other than that, I just want to make squares. I want to make bright squares. Everyone makes me happy. I don't care how long it takes me to make a square. That's those fancy, funky, flowery ones, those one-of-a-kind, unique ones. And I'm just doing some more texture things that make me happy. You know, it's like, that's just it. They just make me happy. So I'm working on those. And we'll see how long that lasts before I move on to something else, because that's how that works. And hopefully I'll get a chance to work on all of my sweaters that I have in progress. I'd mentioned the grandkids were over earlier, had the family over, and the youngest one is getting ready to turn 2. And she's really loving the Nana dresses, you know, dresses that I've made for her specifically, and that I made for her older sister that now she gets to wear because, well, that's just how that works. And she's loving all of the Nana dresses. And, you know, when the kids do that, you have to take advantage, because they get to a certain age where that's just not the thing that they want. They have their own personalities and whatever, and that's just not what they want. But right now, that's what she's wanting to do. So I was asking Mom, I'm like, hey, I don't have a kid's dress currently, like a car project. That's what I love, is car projects like that. And I don't have anything going for her right now. Do you have any preference on colors? You know, I tried to get her to come up in the yarn room and pick something out, but that's okay. I've got plenty of the yarn that I like to make their dresses with. And I have more coming because I made that premiere order. Yeah, I do. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. I've got to start another dress. I mean, I have to. I've got to start another dress. She's getting ready. She's going to be 2 next month. She's going to be 2 years old. She needs something. Oh, and a cat. Yep. She wants a cat, a stuffed cat. Mama asked if I could do a stuffed cat for her. So if you have any favorite stuffed amigurumi, knit or crochet, because I do both, a stuffed cat pattern, let me know down below. I'd love to look at that. And then her sister, who's the birthday after that, she wants a poodle, a stuffed poodle. Huh. So yeah, if you have patterns like that and something that you've maybe done or you saw or something, please give some suggestions. I think I can find the cat a lot easier than the poodle, but they've got a little more time on the poodle, but those are the 2 that are requested. So I've got to kind of get a move on it for those. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys are up to. And are you having as much fun with your crafting as I'm having with my crafting? I'm telling you, Boggy Creek, you know, season, because that's what it's going to feel like, is a full season. People are going to be in a massive swing of doing all this stuff and making blankets for donation, because we want to get 2025 for the year 2025. I am loving it and having a blast. Come have a blast with me. Join me. Make some squares. Make a blanket. Sew a few things together. You've got this. All right, everybody, with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be, and I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.